Hi, I'm Laurie Dobson, and this is Island Update on Thursday, March 26th, 2020. We're into the second week of the government lockdown for stay-at-home mandate, and we're on Cranberry Isle, Great Cranberry Isle in Cranberry Isles, Maine. Bob and I are in the house here. Bob works around the corner at the boatyard, Cranberry Isles Boatyard. The business there is basically down to skeleton crew. I guess Bob's one of the skeletons. And I'm working from home, keeping up with what's going on everywhere, keeping up with the things that are happening. There's a lot of information coming down from the EMS and the protocols for that, and the things they want us to do and know and report in about. And tomorrow there is going to be a selectmen's meeting at 10 o'clock. I'm looking forward to that because we missed our Tuesday when they canceled it. I think that we need to be talking about some things that everybody's concerned about. And I think the big thing here is the sort of sense of uncertainty and dread around people arriving, and people arriving from places where there's huge issues. The number one place is New York City, and then it's all coming up. You can see on the main CDC website, the map shows that it's going up 95 right now, the cases, and there's a ton of them in York County. Cumberland County's got the most, but York County, right around the corner from where my daughter lives, in West Kennebunk. There's a cancer place that a doctor tested positive, so they've closed that down. My mom is in isolation down there in Kennebunkport. So I'm not going off island. I'm not getting out of the house much, except, but we're not going to the store unless we absolutely need to, because that's their trying to respect that. And we're going to go tomorrow to the store to get supplies for the weekend and for the week. And then Saturday morning there's a meeting, a Zoom meeting to talk with the EMT folks again. Well, we took a walk just now, and the island is, going through spring. It's a little early for pretty much anything in the garden. It's still sort of that sort of hibernation time. You sort of can start seeing the buds on the trees, and it's a hopeful sign. Just skunk cabbage, not much else. And then there's I guess we've heard that there's a lot of calls for people bringing supplies or buying supplies from the store, that they want to have sent to their houses. But we don't know how people are going to get their water turned on, if they are, because there's no plumbers out on the island, no workers coming out. I mean, there's some folks that respect this, take it really seriously, and understand the severity of the situation, and there's some that are putting the priority of work first. But we're all, I'm just as concerned about work as anybody else, and we are. We don't know how secure we are here, probably not very. And, the places where we could go to earn money, and, what I could do is my antique business is no tourist business coming out, so the Boathouse Antiques isn't going to be up and running. But Janice is going to be moving that building anyway. I got the stuff all locked down so we can, Bob helped me, and Aaron from work helped get the stuff out of there so they could jack up the building and move it closer to the road. That's what her decision is, to move that building that's next to the apple shed, the apple cider shed, the one that was the ladies' aid barn, which was a chicken coop. She used it for that, which was not a great success because the minks got in there, right? It was the minks, or was it otters? Bob, minks. And anyway, so she was very gracious and let us use it, but it was an awful lot of excavation of chicken stuff to get out of there and make it, we cleaned it out and put lights in there, and it turned into a very delightful spot for our the boathouse, which moved over from Jim's actual boathouse on Harding Point Road, which is now, so we got out of there, got into the chicken house, which is now the boathouse 2, right next to the library. And it's going to be moving forward. So the plan for that, I don't know what yet, but I'm eager to put the stuff back in there because there's a whole lot of people's consignment stuff that people have that I still have kept over the winter and want to figure out how to get it back in the shop and get started again this year. But that's on hold. Getting off the island and making any kind of money off island is on hold. So I've been working on this wall over here, and upstairs we've got all the plaster down to plaster and getting it mudded, and we're going to paint it. The house is it's kind of a good opportunity to work on the house, which needed it. So some deferred maintenance is getting done. The sense of dread about people coming is real. There's a sense that people are saying that they're coming, period. They're just going to come and just, we can just deal with it. And it's almost as though it's making it feel a little more tense between people coming and people here, in the sense that, are people going to have the same sense of concern or care about the well-being of the island? And it's not really an environmental one. It's not about that. It's about people's lives and the older people here and other people with compromised situations, health situations. Anybody, like my age, anybody that's I would think anybody should be concerned because of the lack of ventilators. Although we did hear that with a simple valve switch, you can turn an anesthesia machine into a ventilator. I hope these ideas are going to be encouraged. It's not an encouraging thing to hear the president today or yesterday talking about how he wants to pack the churches at Easter and get everybody up and running with the economy, which is ludicrous. Everybody knows it. So I hope we can just make it really clear that that the people are coming together to take care of the country. And that has to happen in our local places as well. So like here in Cranberry, I've written to the governor. I've gotten in touch with some other people that I know around in different islands, and we're all staying in touch. Our services in Northeast and also Cranberry Isles are active, and we're all just trying to figure out how we're gonna handle it. And I don't think the game plan is it really just depends on what Governor Mills is going to do to take care of us. So it's in a state of sort of suspended animation, and I can't urge people enough to stay away until we know how to deal with this, because right now it's a problem with no solution, not at the scale of what it's coming at us. On that bright note, I'm going to say goodbye.